and B'ezrat Hashem, easy recuperation and refuah shlema. So as you know, the days of Elul are unique days, very special days. I heard that many years ago they interviewed Bill Gates. So there was this guy interviewing Bill Gates, and obviously the main question was, "What's your secret? How did you had so much success when it came to business?" So Bill Gates stopped and he took out from his pocket a check and a pen, and he tells the guy who is interviewing him, "Here, fill whatever you want." Suddenly, without answering his question, "Fill whatever you want." Now, the guy that was interviewing felt uncomfortable. That's not what he meant to ask. He just meant to ask, how is, what's the secret? So he says to Bill Gates, no. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that. I just want to know in general. So Bill Gates takes back the check and he says, "You want to know what's the answer? The answer is that I didn't acted like you. Every opportunity that I had, I grabbed it. I didn't wait it twice. Every opportunity that I had, I took it. And your mistake, like the mistake of many people, is they don't take the opportunities." So if that's true regarding Olam Hazeh, Kol Sheken, it's true regarding Olam Haba. Mitzvah abaa biyadcha, liadcha tahmitzena. Whenever you have a mitzvah, thank you. Whenever you have a mitzvah coming up to you, don't push it. Don't push it. You have a chance. You have an opportunity. Yesterday in the Pelei Yoetz, we learned that the days of Elul, Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, Oshana Rabbah are days. It's a package of opportunity. Borei Olam is opening up a window. Borei Olam is telling us, grab it, grab the moment. If we don't grab the moment, that itself is a sin. And we explain according to the Pelei Yoetz that it says, "Aryeh yishag mi lo yira." Whenever the lion roars, who will not fear? Say Chazal, says the Pelei Yoetz, Aryeh Rashi Tevot. What's the Rashi Tevot of Aryeh? Elul, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah Rabbah. So whenever you have the opportunity, the lion is roaring right now. Borei Olam is roaring, he's calling us. What are we doing instead? So hopefully we're going to grab the moment. We're going to grab the opportunity. But I want to go with you into one more point. There is a halakha that when a person enters to he gets to a new place, the halakha says that if that person is a needy, is a poor man, the people of the city are obligated to give him tzedakah, giving money to this poor person as a regular poor person of the city, only in a condition that he will be living there either 30 days or 12 months, depends on how much is the amount, right? Which means that before 30 days, we're still missing a certain type of hazakah. 30 days when you're in a place, it's considered already a certain type of hazakah. We have the 30 days before Rosh Hashanah. And then we have another additional 10 days until Yom Kippur. The 30 days before Rosh Hashanah, we must show to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm doing a hazakah. What's a hazakah? I'm strong in my path. I'm showing you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that my change is going to be a strong change. Whenever we act in such a way, Borei Olam Kiviyachol is obligated to give us. Like for the poor person, a poor person that is already 30 days in the city, the people of the city are obligated to provide him his needs. Same thing when it comes to us. that we are like poor people, right? Like we said in Sarichot, Kedalim ucherashim dafaknu delatecha. We're knocking at your door like poor people. If we're shown to HaKadosh Baruch Hu's seriousness for 30 days, that are the 30 days of Elul, so of course HaKadosh Baruch Hu will have to give us on Rosh Hashanah. Why? Because that's His rules. This is His Torah, that's His halakha. And also Borei Olam follows His own Torah. But Rabotai, we hear a lot of chizuk when it comes to Elul, but what is the main key? If you ask me, okay, what should I do? What should I take upon myself? There's so many things. There is tefillah, there is berachot, there is being careful of lashon hara, doing more chesed, learning more Torah. There's so many areas that we can be mitchazek, keeping better Shabbat, be more mahmir on kashrut. By the way, just open up a parenthesis. How many people they go to supermarkets and they buy stuff, or they let their wife to buy stuff, and yeah, I trust and everything is fine, and for sure there's no problems, and then there are surprises. Suddenly, by mistake, we brought this same product without the kashrut. By mistake, Walmart sent me another thing and I didn't realize, and I opened it and I already cooked. So many halachot. You gotta be careful. Whatever enters to your house, you are the responsible. You are the responsible. And you have to check. But that's, I'm closing a parenthesis. So many areas to be mitchazik. What can we do, at least for the month of Elul and these days, to get a real chizuk? So I think that the biggest yetzer hara that we have today is the yetzer hara of rushing. Rush. You're all the time rushing. You're busy, you have 100 things in your head. You're going back and forth, one place to another. And we're not able to stop and to think about ourselves. I saw a couple of years ago, Madame will start to speak about this, but I don't remember exactly which book I saw it, that it says, if a person, Chazal are comparing the Yetzer Hara to a fly, Zvub. What does the fly do? Bothers you. It's around you and it doesn't let you to be focused. If a person, before acting, he was just thinking about what he's about to do, the chances of him making avon were minors. The reason why we make so many averot, and I'm not talking only about the big averot, I'm talking also about the small averot, and even more about the small averot. Things that we do, and yeah, I said twice the beracha, and yes, I spoke in the middle of the Kaddish because somebody asked me a question, right? These small averot are coming because we don't stop 1 second before and we think. Now, it's hard. It's hard. But to be able to start with that idea, we have to have a time during the day to stop for a moment. How much time? I'm not telling you how much time. Take 5 minutes. A time during the day that you will stop 5 minutes and you will look inside yourself. It's called Hashbon Nefesh. Check your actions. How is my day doing? Am I fulfilling what I'm supposed to, my goal? I'm doing the right thing? Which area I'm falling all the time? What can I do not to fall anymore in that area? 5 minutes of reflection, thinking a little bit throughout the day. And I think that's I'm not only talking to you, I'm talking to myself, okay? It's a chizuk that we should all take When a person thinks, he acts different. Chazal is saying, yeah, I think the Ramban is bringing it in the Yigret Ramban. Chashov, yeah, don't remember the Rashad, to think before you say something. So I think it's the same thing regarding any action. Think before you do something. You know, I was here in the shul, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. A rabbi came from Mexico 2 years ago, I think it was. And lo aleinu, he came for medical treatments. And he came over to me and he tells me, I want to tell you something. In Mexico, I had my schedule full. And full of good things. Giving shiurim, and learning here and teaching there. And my schedule was very full. And then suddenly he tells me that he got, no, I don't know, yeah, but this disease, and Hashem should send him refuah shlema. He said that stop him suddenly from all the rush, and he made him think. And he told me I didn't even realize that I was needing to stop. And he said, obviously, it's not fun, and there's a lot of challenging in this type of situations. But he was able to see that something good that came out of this was that he learned that he has to stop during the day. He has to. Chazal is saying, with this I finish. Chazal is saying that David HaMelech made the sin with Bathsheba. The Gemara writes, "Kol haomer David HaMelech chata eno ela toeh." Person who thinks that David HaMelech made a sin with Bathsheba, Bathsheba was kivechol eshetish. A person who thinks that David HaMelech made such a sin, eno ela toeh. For sure, he's mistaken. It's ta'ut. You have to understand what happened exactly. Okay? And the sin of David HaMelech was minor. The problem why it's considered a sin of David HaMelech is because in the eyes of the people it looked terrible. Chazal is saying, but what was the sin? What was the sin? The sin was acting right away. David HaMelech, for Chazal is saying that Bathsheba was meant to be for David HaMelech already from the creation of the world. So what was the sin? And Bathsheba got divorced from her husband. So what was the sin? Chazal is saying the sin was that David HaMelech didn't have patience, so to speak. He acted right away. So we see that the Yetzer Hara attacks us, especially when it comes to rush, not to think. If David HaMelech was waiting, was thinking a little bit more, and who we are to speak about David HaMelech, right? We're nobody. But one thing we can learn from him: if David HaMelech had his level, but not waiting, he made a scene that was sealed for generations. Kol sheken by us, that we should be careful of not rushing, because if we rush, the amount of averot that we can be doing have no limits. So let's take upon ourselves a couple of minutes throughout these days of Elul. 5 minutes a day, don't do more. 5 minutes a day. The Yitzhak will tell you, no, do 10 and 15 and 20. Then, it was too long. 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes, sit down with yourself and think, how is your day? What are the areas that you have to reinforce? What's your plan to reinforce it? Ask Mechila about whatever you made a sin. And those thoughts are going to help us out, Be'ezrat Hashem, to improve ourselves and to become every day better and better. ברוך אדוני לעולם, אמן ואמן. רבי יחנניה בן הגשם אומר, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל לפיכך. ירבה להם תורה ומצוות שנאמר אדוני חפץ למען צדקו.